Hello, this is the Red Riot Robot coming to you with another installment of Alphabetical Impressions. Today we're going to be talking about Chorus. Chorus is a space dogfighting game and has some little open areas that you fly around in, and we'll get into more of it. I actually originally played the demo of this a long time ago. I don't remember when, so I'm basing my knowledge of this game off of what I experienced in the demo and this 2-hour experience I had with the game that you're seeing the footage of. So if I mention something and I don't have footage of it, know that it exists. I just don't have that footage. Let's start with the story as far as what I understand it to be. You play as Nara, this former Inquisitor type character of an empire called the Circle, and she has the ability to give her ship magical abilities through things called rights. And I said former Inquisitor, and that's because she was ordered to commit a genocide on a planet that she didn't want to do, but she did it. And so she left to exile herself so that she wouldn't be used to do something again. This takes place years after this has occurred, and the Circle is kind of coming around again and causing trouble in her new area of space. And she's going to be fighting them. She does feel really guilty about this, and she always constantly has this doubting voice in her head that it's common in every dialogue. Sometimes it's a little funny unintentionally, but that's sort of what's going on. She is a former Inquisitor of an empire and regrets her actions. She's trying to make up for them. I'm sure she will be found out by the people. Oh, and that's another thing. The people she's helping don't know this about her past. So that's what I understand of the plot. Now let's get to gameplay elements. First I want to talk about the environment. It's mostly just kind of empty space with a bunch of asteroids, and in a way the map is designed like a flat plane. It's not as it's not like an Elite Dangerous map. Elite Dangerous doesn't have a specific map. It's sort of just a free-for-all. Whereas this feels like it's actually designed I would say it wouldn't feel out of place if they just changed the environment visuals to a country landscape and just put a bunch of floating rocks in it. I will say the best parts of the game are when they put you in an environment where you have to fight enemies and you sort of lose track of your orientation. And those fights are fun. I like those because that really puts the environment through its paces. It's usually finding abandoned mining facilities where it's at its best. Past the map, you have the ship controls. This is a very casual game, and by that I mean, as I said, it's not like Elite Dangerous. This is very clearly made for a controller, and that's fine. I'm completely okay with that. It doesn't ever lie and pretend that's not what this is, and with that, they do a lot of fun things with this. And the controls do feel good. So first I'll say, with your ship, you have 3 speeds. Normal, by just pushing forward on the stick. This is pretty slow, but if you just need to make small adjustments, it's pretty good. Second, you have boosted, where this will probably be what you're using in fights. It makes you move a little bit faster and makes it to where you don't get hit as much in a fight. And then finally, I forgot what it's called, but I'm going to call it hyperdrive. This makes you move about 3 times as fast as boosted. This is meant to get from point A to point B. You're not going to be able to turn very quickly. It is a very fast way of moving around comparatively. And also, you toggle it on and you toggle it off, unlike the other two. You similarly have 3 weapons. The first you get is a chain gun. This is for smaller craft and basic armor, anything with a red health bar. Then you have lasers, which are used to get rid of shields. They kind of function as like a charge weapon, where the longer you don't fire it, the more powerful it will be. So it's best not to just spam attacks with it. And then the final weapon you get, which I didn't get any footage of, is the missiles. And missiles are for crafts with heavy armor, and it also has a lock-on. And in combat, you're going to be switching between these 3, depending on what you're fighting. So far, it's been really good with putting together different groups so you can reliably switch, and there are enemies that shoot different things, like One shoots mines at you. Then they have the basic little fighter pilots. You have the slightly bigger fighter pilots that also get a shield, so you have to shoot the shield off of them first. And yeah, they have a good little assortment of enemies to match with your weapons. And the final piece of the gameplay is the magic, which is called rights. The first right you have is the ability to ping and find hidden objects or things you can't see. You also get the ability to strafe your spaceship and also the ability to teleport behind your enemy so you can get the jump on them. I'm curious to find out what more of these rights are. That teleporting one is especially fun to do and is great in a pinch. And the strafing also has its uses. It's kind of what you get. You have this sort of arcadey space flight game that's really fun. There is a leveling system and there's a bunch of modularity in what you can equip. I'm hoping there's a lot more modularity because right now it's kind of just like you can get a little bit more armor, or you can get a little bit more damage from the chain gun, or a little bit more damage from the missiles. But I have a feeling as we get higher levels, we're going to get more interesting equipment. There are different chain guns and lasers and missiles you can equip. Your hull and shield are static upgrades. You find pieces of them in the environment, and then once you find 3, it upgrades your health and or shields. And that's kind of about everything with Chorus. I do like this game. I don't think this is gonna be my main focus because while I like it, it's not entirely my thing. It'll probably be something that I play when I don't feel like playing anything else. Hopefully I finish it by the end of the year, but I'm not making any promises. I do like this, and if you like what you've seen, go check it out. It does have a demo, so you could try this. And yeah, that's Chorus. This is the Red Riot Robot, signing out.